Vote Senator Mack. Am I surprised that the internet is more ready to talk about me twerking upside down on America's birthday yesterday than they are ready to talk about any of the policy wins I had this year or any of the other accomplishments that I've had outside of the Senate chamber, inside of the Senate chamber? I'm not surprised that they would rather talk about me shaking my ass. The consistency and the dedication in which the media decides to target black queer women, myself, in ways that are unproductive to the narrative it's lazy, it's tacky, and quite frankly, I'm over it. I got policy papers for days on my website. I have introduced policy for days. I be talking, I be elevating things, and the only thing they want to talk about is me shaking my ass. This is tacky. This is lazy. What? Baby girl. Baby girl. No, this ain't it. I believe the word that you meant to use was reelected. It won't get me reelected. And it probably will because my constituents freaking love that I'm a real person. I'm trying to determine which point of envy are these people mad at. Is it the Ivy League degree? Is it the sitting state senator? Is it the bodacious body? Because the hate is real. Please do not hop on to the internet in 2022 as if the insurrection did not happen. Go talk to an insurrectionist. Go talk to y'all's old president. Don't come to me with this nonsense. Please. Yes, we absolutely need more people spreading joy, positivity, and humor in in these trying times. I'm glad I got to enjoy my paid time off.
It's sexual mating rituals, and we code it with, oh, that's just a tribal dance, and stop it. It's a mating ritual. It's the black woman showing you that she can perform certain sexual positions and move a certain way pre-sex. That's it. It's been going on for thousands of years. And you can say it's spirituality, it's connectivity. But let me tell you something. When I'm watching Pornhub and women are doing the same damn dances and stuff, they're fucking. So there's no difference. So what I am saying is, it is a problem in the community where women are twerking with their 6-year-old daughters on Instagram.
Hi guys, so I wanted to come on I was going to just make this video about the panel conversation about twerking. And then I see on one of the blogs that this senator is out here going viral for twerking and posting the video on her TikTok. I think she said, yesterday, it was the 4th of July. She was at the beach with her friends. I'll come back to her. Her name is Tiara Mack. I wanted to start with the panel discussion about twerking, and then, since they're both about twerking, I thought I'd just put them together. I do agree with the guy that's speaking about, however, it goes back to that whole thing. We can't tell people how to raise their children. People are going to do whatever it is that they want to do with their kids, right? They're going to do it how they do it. They're going to deal with the consequences of what they're doing as well. And it is what it is in both situations. But I do agree with him. I think that twerking is a form of, I'm trying not to use certain words, arousal, right? It definitely is a form of arousal, regardless if it's in a strip club or wherever you are doing it. And so I agree, that's not something that a little girl 6 or 7 years old should be doing. That's my opinion. Now, people doing what they want to do, like I said, and they're going to have to deal with the consequences of what they're doing as well. But let me know if you guys agree with him or how you feel about what he had to say. Now, I want to also address this whole thing about tribal. Please, can somebody give me the context or where I can find the context of twerking being tribal? Because that is not true at all. It's not. And I think that people are combining, or maybe they're trying to mistake twerking for whining, which is Caribbean, dancing that is usually done with reggae and dancehall, right? That's called whining. And I believe that conversation came up on an episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, that there is a difference between twerking and whining. So I don't know. I don't know how people are trying to give twerking its historical value to the African or black people. And anyway, I would like to see or go to that text and read about it, because I think that's BS. And it comes off real dollar billish from the Players Club, how he was making up where that stripper, when stripping came from. Um, if you guys remember the movie Players Club, yeah, it's definitely giving dollar bill, given the history of stripping. I would like to see for myself this tribe that is claiming twerking. And I would like to read about the origin of twerking, wherever you guys are getting this from, because to my understanding, it's just something that people started doing. I know in the South we have what's called bouncing. It's a slight similar way of that, and some other dances kind of, combined. And that's how I feel like it came about. And somebody put the name twerking on there, and everybody starts calling it that. And I also don't like to hear how these conversations are constantly tied to just black women. Black women are not the only ones that twerk. And like I said, if y'all have some African literature to back up this tie to some tribe or whatever y'all saying, please give me the name of it so I can go read about it. Because as far as I know, that's not true. That's nonsense. And black women are not the only ones who twerk. Okay, we're probably not the only ones that's teaching their children to twerk as well. So I think that when people are holding these conversations, they do need to say some of this stuff in a broader scope, because you're stereotyping a group of women by doing that. That's my opinion. Now, and speaking of, now getting on to what I wanted to say about the senator, she's right. She's on her own time, on her TikTok. She put that out there, but then she added in vote for her. So I think that's when you kind of get tied into your employment, when you are bringing your employment up on your personal time. And for me, I don't even know who she was. And it's that part. I feel like people should know you for something other than twerking. And I think that's what a lot of the conversation is really about. We shouldn't find out who Tiara Mack is because she was on the beach twerking with a group of non-black people on top of that. Not that that matters, but I'm just saying, and I don't know the makeup of Rhode Island or who's voting for her, who's not voting for her. However, I just feel like that's always a problem with us. We have too many people that we're voting for that are not doing anything. They're not ever addressing the black agenda. Like you haven't heard Biden and Kamala Harris say one thing about black nothing since they've been in office. Okay, so outside of signing Juneteenth into a holiday, which we don't need, because black people that celebrate it's only a certain percentage of black people in this country that even come from this history at this point, and I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that. So in context, it has no real value to some of these people anyway. And so we didn't need a holiday for that. We didn't need the holiday. There's a lot of other things that we need people to address for us. And when we have these politicians out here twerking, but they're not discussing any policies, and they're not known for any policies, is why people have the conversation for Tiara. That's my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments about what I'm saying, about what she said, because she had a lot to say. She was taking a Q&A earlier today because, of course, she went viral for this video. And so she decided to go to TikTok and answer some questions. And as you can hear, he answered the ones, I guess, that she wanted to answer. Yeah, people don't have an issue with people having a good time, but it's nice to know of her for some reason of value, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she can't go to the beach and have a good time with her friends. I think putting the vote for me thing on there is where the problem comes in. And then you using yourself in that way probably sends not the best message as well. That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know how you feel in the comments about all of this and about what the panel had to say about twerking. And like I said, if you guys have like a book or somewhere I can go to read about the history of twerking, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.